Number 21 through to 24 are all the kind of free response essay questions, so we'll do those all together. So number 21, you pick a number between 1,000 and 5,000, and then you flip a coin. So these two events are independent because the two events do not affect the probability of the other. So for example, if I flip a coin, the probability is 50-50, you're going to get heads or tails, and that's not going to change at all. You could pick the number 1001, the probability of flipping a coin, it's still going to be 50-50. So the probability of one thing is not influencing the probability of the other. Okay, let's take a look at number 22. A candidate for the Senate creates an automated message that calls every third listed phone number and reminds them to vote for him in the upcoming election. What type of sampling method is that? That's what we call systematic. Okay, so it's because it's ordered in some way. You could also say you're selecting from random intervals of people. Neither of those work. 23, do you think, is there any bias in this question? So for number 23, if you're trying to decide if a question has bias or not, you're looking to make sure that there's neutral language throughout, right? So if I ask the question, don't you think that Barry Sanders retired from the NFL too early, including the phrase, in the beginning, isn't neutral. It leads the person answering. You could also say that it reveals the opinion of the person asking the question. So you want to keep it very neutral. So it should say, do you think that Barry Sanders retired from the NFL too early? By including don't you, it kind of makes it obvious that, you know, what my own opinion is, and that might bias you in some way. Let's take a look at 24. Suppose you're researching the eating habits of people your age. Okay. What sampling method could you use to find the percent of students in your grade who eat 5 servings of fruit and vegetables each day? Okay, so the reason I wrote your age in your group is before you can write a question, you have to know who you're trying to get a sample of. So for this question, the people that I want to sample are people that are your age and in your own grade. Okay, it doesn't say the opinion of all high schoolers. It doesn't say the opinion of the teachers. It wants to know specifically out of everyone in your grade and your age, what are their opinions. Okay, so the least biased way to do this is to do some sort of systematic sampling method. Okay, so maybe you ask every student in your first class of the day. That would be convenient. If you want to do something systematic, maybe you go to the main office and you have them, you know, put all the students in order of their student ID number, and you ask the 5th student, would be systematic. How could you ask the questions? Just very, you know, neutrally say, how many servings of fruit and vegetables do you eat each day? And the question itself again. All right, so those are all the free response questions you're going to get. Make sure on your test that you're writing in complete sentences. You're including as much detail as possible. If something's worth 2 points, we're expecting at least 2 pieces of information from you. If it's worth 4 points, write 4 sentences to make sure you're getting full credit on these, because they're pretty easy points there as long as you're being thorough with